Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Undisputed Podcast, where me and my co-host Jeff review two matches each from each pay-per-view starting in 1997. We are starting 1998 WrestleMania, which is WrestleMania 14, and WrestleMania is a little different than the other pay-per-views. We are doing three matches for WrestleMania. The main event we do every single WrestleMania, and by main event we don't talk about the ones that WWE says are the main event. We're talking about the final match on the card, the actual main event. We will be covering that, and then we'll each pick one match. So my pick for WrestleMania was the New Age Outlaws versus Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie in a dumpster match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. So basically, the way to win this match is you have to dump both of your opponents inside a dumpster and make sure both lids are closed to win the match. It's that simple. No disqualifications, no countouts. It's like that. Grandest stage of them all. Let's go. Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie, they come out first, and then they show a package of the Outlaws shoving Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie off the stage on Raw inside a dumpster. And that was 2 months ago. It was like they said it was like February 2nd or something like that. So I just want to commend, or not commend, but I just want to applaud the storytelling from back in the day. That's really what made the Attitude Era so great, was the fact that the storytelling was on point. It was money. So we get that, and then the Outlaws come out now and they do their little shtick, oh, you didn't know? Like, the New Age Outlaws are my favorite tag team of all time. So entertaining. They were good wrestlers. They were always in the tag team title picture. Members of D-Generation X. Not yet, actually. They become members of DX the night after this. But still, New Age Outlaws, they're amazing. So the match starts with all four of them brawling outside the ring. Funk ends up slamming Billy Gunn's head into the steel steps, and McFoley slams Road Dogg's head into the steel steps. And then Foley ends up slamming the Road Dogg into the back of the dumpster, and then does his like patented running traditional knee to Road Dogg while he's leaned up against the dumpster. And this is where, if Michael Cole was commentating this match, he'd have been like, "Vintage Road Dogg," or no, Road Dogg was the one that got hit. My bad. Cut. He'd have been like, "Vintage Foley." Well, you get it. Michael Cole doing his stupid shit. So thank God we don't. We have Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross, the greatest wrestling announcers of all time, out there calling this match, which makes things great because Jerry the King Lawler's got a little jokes that are probably not appropriate in 2021, but were great in 1998. And then Jim Ross just always puts so much emotion into the match, and that's what you want in wrestling announcers, right? And so that helps this match too. You get a cooking tray to the head of Foley from the Road Dogg. And then Foley's getting ready to flip into do a flip into the Road Dogg as he's leaned up against the dumpster. Well, Mr. Ass actually runs and baseball slides into Road Dogg to kick him out of the way, and Foley flips and hits the dumpster, so he doesn't hit Road Dogg. Then they whip Terry Funk into the security railing, and then they back body drop Terry Funk into the dumpster. Foley then whipped into the dumpster and into the back of the dumpster, and then also Road Dogg takes like a Russian leg sweep, but slams the back of his head like into the dumpster. Then they lean Foley and Funk over the top of the dumpster, so their heads are like hanging into the dumpster, and they start slamming like the lids of the dumpster on top of both of these guys. This match ends up being pretty brutal, guys. I just want to say that. Now, all us try to close them in the dumpster. They get one lid closed and they go to cleanse the other one. Foley pops out and puts the mandible claw on the Road Dogg, and Mr. Ass runs up and he puts the mandible claw on Mr. Ass, and it's like a double mandible claw locked in on both of them. And then Terry Funk comes up and hits a pie tray to the head of Mr. Ass twice. And then they get in the ring, and in the ring, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, whatever you want to call him, it's a swinging neck breaker to the Road Dogg. That's like the first actual wrestling move hit in this match. Then with Billy Gunn laying on the outside, Foley takes one of those cooking trays and does this running elbow drop from the apron with the cooking tray on the Billy Gunn on the outside. That was a cool looking spot. So they get a ladder out and they climb. Mick Foley starts climbing the ladder. No idea why. But Billy Gunn low blows Terry Funk, and then he goes up the ladder. And then Road Dogg gets in and uses the cooking tray. A lot of cooking trays. That's an unusual weapon, but that's been used a lot in this match. So he hits Funk with the cooking tray. Funk falls back into the ladder and knocks it over. The ladder falls, and both Gunn and Foley fell through the dumpster. The lids of I don't know if the lids were open or closed, but either way, it was a pretty cool looking spot there in the dumpster. Does not end the match because the lid's open, but still a cool spot. Sorry, I just see a dog was barking at to make sure nobody was home or here visiting, whichever one. The only thing I didn't like about the spot was they got out pretty fast. So then you get a double powerbomb from Road Dogg and Mr. Ass to Terry Funk into the dumpster. And then the Outlaws start fighting Cactus into the backstage area. In the back of the locker room area, another cookie tray to the head of Foley, and they just start dropping all sorts of stuff on top of Cactus Jack. They don't even care. They're back in the hallway. Then all of a sudden, Cactus Jack grabs a chair and he hits both of them in the head with the steel chair. And then you see Terry Funk finally come back, and he gets on a forklift, and the forklift is like as the forks underneath a pallet, and then Cactus Jack hits a double arm DDT on Mr. Ass on the pallet, so he's laying on the pallet. And then he throws the Road Dogg on the pallet, and they lift the pallet jack, and they kind of drive it over top of a dumpster in the back parking lot area, and they roll them off into there, and they close the door and put the pallet on top of the door. Refs call for the bell. Your winners, new tag team champions, Cactus Jack, Chainsaw Charlie. So I love this match. I gotta say that right now. I'm not gonna give it a perfect 10. The match is pretty short, and but it's a spot fest, man. Like, it's good. It's just good old Mick Foley, Terry Funk type stuff, man. I mean, it's pretty short. I'd say probably 10 minutes, maybe at most. I didn't look at the time, but it's got to be somewhere around there. But like I said, just a lot of spots. The match was made because of storytelling, so that was good. Only thing I don't like was having them win, because like they're not like a legit tag team. Terry Funk's 53. The Outlaws were like a new up and coming team, and they're about to join DX the next night. Although, now they might have known that because Michael's back was broke, but so I just think they should have kept the titles. But other than that, I think the match was great. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Just pure action wise, like the match was just never boring. They were just going to town on each other. So I would definitely watch this. You guys go to WrestleMania 14, watch this match. It doesn't take you long. Like I said, the match isn't long, but it is hella fun. Just go watch it. Great match for, well, at least 3 strong competitors and an old Terry Funk. It was great stuff. Yeah, WrestleMania 14. Check it out. We'll see what Jeff has to say. Thanks, guys.